Hi, my name's Mike, and today I've got an interesting message to share from the Full Prophecy news site, and also at the end I'll share a dream I had last night as well. Okay, this is the actually dream that was given to a 9-year-old boy from Nigeria. It's called Angel Showed 9-year-old the Coming Apocalypse, and it was posted on June 21st, and the young boy had the dream. If it was a boy or girl doesn't actually say, on the 13th of June 2020. And this is how it started the dream. I was sitting on the bed in my room and saw a light coming towards me. I started wondering what type of light is this, and saw a man walking towards me. He told me he was an angel and I should not be afraid and follow him. I started following him, and he took me to a place where I saw angels of God fighting with the forces of darkness. There were beasts that were also fighting in the heavens. I asked the angel where all these beasts had been, and he said that God has been hiding them in the earth. The angel took me to another place where I saw people hungry and looking for things they need, basic things. They were praying to God to make life easy for them. He was showing me all these things on a screen. The third place he took me to show me the things that will happen on the earth. He told me there would be many earthquakes and many people will die. I saw balls that were hot like fire falling from the sky, and anything they fall on will just melt. If they touch anybody, he will melt, not even his bones remain. I was watching it like on a TV. I was afraid and asked God, what of God's children? He then took me to a place still in the world where God has been hiding his children, like caves and buildings that are hidden. I said, okay. Then I asked him if the things that will happen in the world are going to happen to his children. He said no, and showed me another place where the sky started becoming ash, then grey, and before you know it, it was black, and you could not see anything. I asked him if this will happen to the saints. Then he said that we should stay in our house and use thick black leather to cover our windows so that we will not see outside. He said that we should get light that will use battery or candles. I asked him about the light from electricity, and he said electricity will spoil. He said that candles are better. I asked him that, what about his children? He said they are safe in one place. He told me that it is the 3 days of darkness and his children will have light. He took me to another place where the earth turned upside down because the rocks will go under the ground and sand will be outside. Many houses too were buried in the ground and many people died. I was amazed. I asked him that, what about where God is hiding his children? He now told me that nothing will happen to them because God has carried them there to go and train them, and we should be very careful and serve God very well, because if that thing happens and we die, we will miss heaven and be punished. He said this is what he wants to show me, and everything we do is being recorded. Where he was hiding his children had many gardens and fruit trees, and it ends there. Interesting and important message that. I wanted to also share a dream I had last night. In the dream, before I prayed in the evening and before bed, and I said to God to show me something encouraging, because for the last couple of days I've had like attacks in my dreams. In some of my dreams I was like chased by these large demons. One of the demons I remember looked like in the movie Resident Evil, there was this Nemesis demon. It looked something like that. Another one, I could hear the howl of a demon chasing. In another dream, I was inside a train and was being attacked by zombies. Some people out there might say, well, you watch too much zombie movies or things like that. No, I've not watched things like that for years, probably about 4 or 5 years. Neither was it in my mind about monsters or demons or zombies. No, nothing like that was in my mind. I don't watch things like that. I hardly watch TV, or watch the odd program, but no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. And no movies, and no zombie movies, and nothing with violence. So nothing like that. So I prayed to God that last night. I said, can you show me something encouraging so I can share it with my brothers and sisters? And God showed me an interesting dream regarding, I believe it's with the 144,000. He was showing me that some of the powers of the 144,000, I believe. One of them was I was running with someone else, and the other person was tired out, and I was just kept on running, and I just was not tired. I kept running, and I wasn't tired. The second thing it flipped to was I was dreaming about. I saw this doorway, and it was like blocked up, like with a blocked up and couldn't go through. And the person said, just think where you want to go, and you'll go there. And so I just sort of like thought I want to go where my wife is, and all of a sudden I just like a portal, and like I disappeared and reappeared where I wanted to be. It's almost like I think in the scriptures it said something about one of the disciples appeared and disappeared in the book of Acts. Then it flipped to I saw this lady. She was crossing the road, and I saw two vehicles. One was a truck, I think a van or truck, and the other one was a car, and they narrowly missed each other and almost hit her. And she sort of jumped out of the way, and it was near the line of a busy like motorway, and I think there's someone in the car that was trying to help her to get off that road because it's a busy motorway, but it was too late. She was hit by I think it was a truck, and she went flying, and she hit into it. I remember she whacked like into a building, and I thought, that's it, she's had it. But when I looked at her, she just brushed herself off like nothing. And then the next thing I know, what surprised me also is that she just flew in the sky, and she just took off and flew in the sky. So I believe that's the powers of the 144,000. Nothing will harm them, not even hit by a truck. And I believe they can also probably have the power to fly as well, because I've had dreams before where flying was involved. So that was the encouraging dream. I'll leave it there and say, anyone out there hasn't come to Lord Jesus, don't wait, as time is really running out. God bless you all. Bye-bye.